What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Richie Skye. We are back in the building. Well, we are here in New York City, and I just got back from the premiere event for Bravo's The Real Housewives of Dubai, the season 1, episode 1 premiere event here in New York City. First things first, shout out to Bravo TV. Shout out to Sarah Gali from the Andy's Girls podcast. Shout out to everybody who made this possible for me to be here. Truly, for me, it was a surprise and a wonderful experience to be invited by Bravo to experience this premiere event. They spared no expense. This was held at the Lamborghini showroom here in New York. It was amazing. Lots of champagne, lots of beverages and hors d'oeuvres, and I got to meet the Brooke Ashley. And if you don't know who the Brooke Ashley is, definitely be on the lookout because we are going to be doing some type of reviews together because her personality is amazing. And I just want to say thank you to Bravo in general for inviting me out to this event because it was spectacular. And again, it was totally representative of what you guys are about to witness when you start watching The Real Housewives of Dubai. The first thing that I will say is that this will be a spoiler-free review. This is going to be just my out of the premiere thoughts, and there was also a Q&A with the ladies afterwards. And I will tell you my thoughts about both the episode and the Q&A in this video. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Hit that notification bell button and join the texting community. All that information is in the description of this video. So with that being said, let's get into the review. So the first thing that I want to say is, you know, when you're watching Dubai, I think that the first thing that you will get a sense of is, and I'm sorry if you guys can hear these sirens in the background. Nope, we are in New York City. I think one of the first things that you guys will notice is that Dubai and the culture and the history of Dubai is on full display at the beginning of the first episode. Like, if you've ever been to Dubai, or if you have never been to Dubai, you will start to get a better sense of Dubai. If you guys have seen any of my travel related videos on Dubai on my personal channel, then you guys will also get an understanding of the rich cultural history and diversity of the city of Dubai. I think that they do such a great job, personally, this is just my thoughts, of really honoring the culture, religious aspects, the diversity, and the tradition that you will experience when you actually do go to Dubai. And I found that they were very respectful in the way that they filmed the show. That's the first thing I want to say. Each of the ladies has a different cultural background, and I think that you guys will find that very, very interesting. And I love the way that this group of ladies is mixed together. Again, if I didn't say this before, this will be a spoiler-free review, so I'm not going to give you guys any storylines or anything like that, but I do want to give you guys a little bit of a preface to what you will experience when you watch the first episode, and you're in for a treat, okay? I can already tell you that Dubai is going to be one of my favorite new franchises. Actually, one of my favorite franchises in general after just this one episode. And not only because I love the city of Dubai itself, but also it shows how progressive the city is as well. In addition to that, I want to talk about the ladies themselves. And there's no other way to put this other than, in my opinion, two of the standout characters and cast members on this show are Chanel Ayan and Carolyn Brooks. They have a very interesting dynamic. That's all I will say for now. And every time Chanel was on the screen, I found myself smiling and laughing. Now, there's an aspect to her character that some people may think could be a little bit put on. Until I saw her in the Q&A and realized this is exactly who this woman is. There is no faking of anybody's personalities. Everybody that you see is going to be giving you a little bit of a different flavor, okay? And the first episode is going to, in my opinion, be the Chanel Ayan and the Caroline Brooks show, okay? And there's no other way to put it. I gotta be honest about that. Now, Caroline Stanbury is kind of sort of the lead because people really are familiar with her face from Ladies of London. But if you are familiar with Caroline Stanbury, I think you will find that she's a bit more laid back here than she was in Ladies of London. And I think you will also find that in a cast full of big personalities, she's a bit more on equal footing than she was on Ladies of London, where she was kind of the queen bee there. She is still a reality TV personality here, but I feel as though she's just a lot more relaxed here, which is a very interesting dynamic for her. And it'll be interesting to see how she plays along with these big personalities here in Dubai. I will tell you that the ladies are actually rich, wealthy. There is lots of wealth here. There is a simmering and underlying feud here, which I don't quite get as of yet, but I think may become a bit more apparent as the season moves along. I think that each of the ladies brings something uniquely different than what you've seen on other franchises, although there is a snap and a crackle and a pop that exists here. I cannot say anything more than that. That's all I can say about that. The energy that you're gonna get, the laughter that we all experienced watching the premiere, and the opening scene, the way the opening scene and who is featured in the opening scene, the way it's captured is the perfect way to start off this franchise, okay? Let me just say that. And no one person seems to be trying to become the villain or this or that. It's gonna be kind of hard to tell based on your perception of who you actually find yourself drawn to. And in this first episode, again, I'm gonna tell you, and this is all I will say, it is the Chanel Ayan and Caroline Brooks show, at least for this first episode. But the great thing about this show is that you have the familiarity with Caroline Stanbury enough that if you weren't going to watch this franchise, then you can feel comforted in the fact that you know what Caroline Stanbury can bring. And she does still bring that, but she is just a lot more relaxed in this setting. And there are several other players that are bringing the spice. Okay, that's what I will say. The ladies have an interesting friendship group and dynamic amongst them. and some of which you will find familiar from different franchises that kind of remind you of a Kaminini or Giselle and Karen. I won't say who, but I will just give you that as a reference point. I will tell you that this first episode was hilarious to me. The Q&A was even more hilarious. There is something about Chanel Ayan's personality that is just, I can't even describe it. I'm so interested in Sarah's story. I'm so interested. These are some of the newer women that you will meet. It's going to be a fascinating watch this season. I can't wait to see what they bring. And I think that, again, it is already one of my favorite cities in the franchise, just based off of this one episode. That's what I'll say. And so for that reason alone, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a 10 out of 10, okay, for my review of The Real Housewives of Dubai, because it is everything. And if I could say it in 4 different languages, I would. And remember, I said that right there, okay? Just remember that alone. And that will tell you, it's a callback to something that happens in the episode. And baby, when you see it, you're gonna be like, oh, that's what he was talking about. Okay, and it happens early on. Okay, so just wait. Outside of that, again, I have to thank Bravo TV for having me. Thank you, Bravo, NBC Universal. Shout out to Sarah Galley from Andy's Girls. You know why, and there's so much love here from me to you. And I just, I'm so grateful that I was able to experience this. And I am so excited for you guys to watch Dubai, because again, I think for especially people who want housewives of diverse backgrounds, you will be extremely excited about this franchise, okay? So that's what I'll say. That's it for my review of The Real Housewives of Dubai. I cannot wait till you guys see it. I can't wait till you guys, I can't wait to chat about it with you guys in the spoiler review, we'll call it that. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next video.